Hey everyone, welcome to my first YouTube video. I'm Amber Wu, and I am hoping to share my video game playthroughs with you guys. So let me know what you think, and let's get started with Mass Effect Legacy Chapter 1. Thank you. I'm also eating lunch, so I apologize for that.
Well, what about Shepard? Earthborn, but no record of his family.
Doesn't have one. He was raised on the streets, learned to look out for himself.
He saw his whole unit die on a cruise. He could have some serious emotional scars.
Every soldier has scars. Shepard's a survivor.
Is that the kind of person we want protecting the galaxy?
That's the only kind of person who can protect the galaxy.
I'll make the call.
I'm eating chicken tenders that Dave made for me. In the year 2148, explorers on Mars discovered the remains of an ancient spacefaring civilization. In the decades that followed, these mysterious artifacts revealed startling new technologies, enabling travel to the furthest stars. Oh, I didn't read it all. Either way, so we could travel space. But I have chicken tenders with Hank sauce, which is our favorite hot sauce.
Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence. Commander. We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach.
They're delicious.
All stations secure for transit.
N7!
Board is green. Approach run has begun.
Mass Effect's world just makes me happy. It just feels familiar.
3, 2, 1.
Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift,
Joker!
just under 1500K.
He's our pilot. We like
1500
him.
is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead. So that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
I'm glad that's better. Okay. I know that I have to select something. Let's start out harsh.
That's enough. You're soldiers. Act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
That's me.
You get that, Commander?
I'm on my way.
Is it me or does the Captain always sound a little pissed off?
Only when he's talking to you, Joker.
Cool. Oh, I can view my journal. Cool. Squad. Alright. That's not what I wanted.
Regroup!
I wanted to chat. Nope. Accidentally shot Joker in the back. Nope.
Get down!
Nope. Not what I wanted. How do I put everything away? I obviously don't know the controls anymore.
Gun is new.
That's not what I wanted either. I just want to know how to, like, put all of my weapons away. Why can't I put my weapons away? What are my controls? Okay, or key bindings. Shoot, aim, change, melee. Holster weapon, H. It's H. There we go. Nope. How do I chat? Not it. Oh my gosh, it's like I don't remember how to play games. There has to be like a select button, right? Oh, spacebar. I could use a controller.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
It's just,
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting.
I don't know how to use controllers well. That's not my thing. So I want to go to the command room, all the way at the back of the bridge. Let's go!
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged.
Who are you?
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had
Navigator,
a smooth run.
Presley.
You heading down to see the captain?
I heard you arguing.
Sounds like you don't trust our Turian guest.
Sorry, Commander. Just having a chat with Adams down at engineering. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. But you have to admit, something's odd about this mission. The whole crew feels it.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
Oh, hi, Caranova. I don't really use controllers. Let's investigate about our stealth systems.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors, cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing.
They're also
here. Captain Anderson
skeptical
is one of the most decorated
of
special
these
forces officers in the
missions.
service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously.
At least my crew's smart to figure it out.
Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus.
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War. Lost a lot of friends
Space
when the Turians hit us.
That was 30 years ago. You can't blame Nihilus for that.
Exactly.
No, I guess not. But it still makes me nervous to have a Spectre on board. Especially a Turian. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command.
They're fancy.
And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll
see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
Because I might be trying to play a jerk, but I also want all of the information. Nope. I'm sorry. My controls are all off. I'm gonna accidentally shoot everyone.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
I like to talk
to
everyone.
Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Marines are meant to fight. You just fix us up when we're done.
I know how things work, Commander. I've seen my share of combat, but it's foolish to go looking for trouble. You could both take a lesson from the captain. He's not afraid of combat, but he knows the value of restraint, too.
Sorry, Doc, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Let's see what he has
What
to
can
say.
you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I heard Nihilus once took down
Yeah,
an
I'm
entire
gonna do
enemy
it as
platoon
soon
all
as
by himself.
stops.
Man, I can't believe I'm on a mission with an actual Spectre.
Yeah, I just realized I was doing that as well, Anthony. Let me... Shoop, shoop, shoop. I'm gonna end up blocking this guy's head. I think we'll go here. Boop. That should be a little bit better, I hope. And hopefully it doesn't block too much other stuff. And if it does, I'll just move it again until I figure out the best spot for it for Mass Effect. Okay. You'll do
Just
fine.
treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything
be
will work
fine.
out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself on a cruise. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
There's no rush.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
Maybe the captain will tell me what's going on. Nope. That's not what I want. In most games, shift is like a speed
Commander
up.
Shepard,
It's like keep trying to speed up.
It'll give us a chance to talk.
I was hoping to speed up like my walking, and I keep hitting shift and taking out my gun.
The captain said he'd meet me here.
He's on his way. I'm interested in this world we're going to.
I probably
Eden
will.
Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I'm a Marine, not some tourist on vacation.
It's more than just a tourist destination, isn't it, Shepard? Eden Prime is a symbol of your people. A perfect little world on the edges of your territory. Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it really?
Why
Do
is
you
he
know
asking?
something? Your
What
people
does
are
he
still
know?
newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
Ah,
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going
Captain
on.
Anderson.
This
I
mission
knew
is
there was
far
a
more
trick.
than a simple shakedown run.
I knew it.
I figured there was something you weren't telling us.
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
Why the secrecy?
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team...
Oh, it does? I'm excited.
...unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation.
I'm excited to see it all.
It was Prothean.
Ooh. Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
So many things make the game look new or feel more like, yes, this is how Mass Effect should have always looked. That's exciting. I'm very excited to see it all redone. And I'm playing male Shep this time instead of femme Shep, so I can get a few different romance options. Make it a little different than the first time. I won't accidentally make all of the same choices this way. So it's all gonna feel a little new, even though it won't be new. Trying to be a jerk.
Since when do we answer to the Spectres?
You're smart enough to know how things work, Commander. The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
Not many could have survived what you went through on Akuz. You showed a remarkable will to live, a particularly useful talent. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Put my name forward as a Spectre. What? I want to romance Jack, which is one of the ultimate reasons I also played male Shep, because I couldn't do that as femme Shep. In my original playthrough, in Mass Effect 1 it's Liara, but in Mass Effect 2 it was Thane. Always Thane. I miss Thane. R.I.P.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I think that he probably wants to be a Spectre.
Just tell me what I have to do.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
Let's
what do you know
ask
about
more.
the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their
That's
citadel
fair.
is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
Mass
I'd like to know
relays
more
are
about
very
Eden Prime
useful.
before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
It's exciting.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth.
How cool would
That
it
was
be
just a small
if
data
the
cache.
Mars rover that's
Who
up
knows
there
what we can
now
learn from this
found
beacon?
some
What
ruins?
if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it
And
fall
then we just
into the wrong
pretended they were
hands.
Prothean ruins.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
Just go through
attic
all the
traverse is under
terminology.
Citadel protection.
Since
If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
must be
The last thing the
good
Council wants is to
technology.
get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Alright, let's
Just
go.
give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to
First
Eden.
mission
Captain,
as
we got a problem.
Shep.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Pew pew.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties.
Have a good lunch, Caranova.
Get evac. They came out of nowhere.
Hope you have something delicious. Thanks for being here.
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
Just a
A
little
small
bit.
strike team can move quickly.
Just a little
without
bit more
drawing attention.
complicated.
It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold.
Let's go! I'm excited.
Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Elenko.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
I will.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping
Kaden!
survivors is a secondary objective.
Kaden Elenko.
The beacon's your top priority.
He's one of my best
Approaching
friends'
drop point one.
heartthrobs.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Goodbye, Spectre.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
He can count on
We've got
us.
his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck.
I feel like that's what a good Marine would do. Just accept his options.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander. Smells like smoke and death.
It smells like smoke and
This
death.
place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
No. Oh, I can change my weapon that way. Is there like a jump button?
What the hell are those?
Gas bags. Don't worry, they're harmless.
Oh, I can switch weapons for them too. That's kind of cool. Alright. What are we looking for? Looks so serious. Pew pew pew! Where's Jenkins? B. Did I use it all? No, I have to investigate first. I understand now.
Shields. They're out of chance.
Sometimes Marines die. The rest of us just have to carry on. We still have to find that beacon.
Aye, aye, sir.
I don't know where exactly I'm going. I'm here. I want to go all the way there. So I want to go to my right. I don't know if I'm running the right way or not, guys. Here we go. Like, I should be able to jump. What is the jump control? Hold on, I need to look at my controls, guys, because this is really weird. I want to turn the music volume down just a smidge. And then I want to go to key bindings. Forward, back, crouch is control. Use/sprint is spacebar. But if I want you to be... And then I can use tactics hub as spacebar. And that might make it better for me. Was there a jump? Did anyone see a jump in this scroll of mine? Is there not jump in this one? Quick load, journal squad, equipment map, use, sprint, toggle, walk. Right, left, backwards, forward. Nope, I guess there isn't one. Okay. So, I'll just have to figure it out on my own somehow. Which I'm not really sure how. Oh, now I'm fatigued. I guess I can't sprint for very long. So normally there's a jump, because maybe I'm just thinking of more recent Mass Effect games. But I thought there'd be like a jump. Following the right path now. I was going the wrong way for a second. We gotta go past him. Up the hill. Where are they coming from? They all dead.
Got some burned out buildings here, Shepard. A lot of bodies. I'm gonna check it out. I'll try to catch up with you at the dig site.
I didn't mean to murder one of those things. But I did, but there's something over here. So let's... Shoop, shoop, shoop. We got the red gel. There was more robots somewhere, right? Or did Caden get them? Maybe Caden got them. Pew pew! Nice! I'm having watch flashbacks. Alright. I'm definitely not close enough, I don't think. I think we need to get closer in order to assist.
Thanks for your help, Commander. Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams of the 212.
It's Ashley Williams, guys!
Give me a status report,
It's
Williams.
Ashley Williams.
Oh, man. We were patrolling the perimeter when the attack hit. We tried to get off a distress call, but they cut off our communications. I've been fighting for my life ever since.
What
Where's
happened
the rest
to
of your
unit?
squad?
We tried to double back to the beacon, but we walked into an ambush. I don't think any of the others... I think I'm the only one left.
Oh no.
You just left the rest of your unit behind to die?
We held our position as long as we could. The Geth overwhelmed us.
The Geth haven't been seen outside the Veil in nearly 200 years. Why are they here now?
That's the
They must
question.
have come for the beacon. The dig site is close, just over that rise. It might still be there.
We could use your help, Williams.
Aye, aye, sir. It's time for payback.
What else do you know about the Geth?
Just what I remember from history class back in school. They're synthetics, non-organic life forms with limited AI programming, created by the Quarians a few centuries ago. They were supposed to be a source of cheap labor, but ended up turning on the Quarians and drove them into exile. Well, after that, they just kind of disappeared behind the Perseus Veil. Nobody's really heard much from them since.
Describe what happened leading up to the attack.
We were sent out a couple of nights ago from the main colony to secure the area. Seemed like a routine patrol, until the Geth hit us. We never knew they were coming.
And the scientists?
What happened to the researchers at the dig site?
I don't know. They set up camp near the beacon. The 232 was with them. Maybe their unit fared better than mine.
Have you seen a Turian Spectre around here?
Just
there aren't
curious.
any Turians on Eden Prime. None that I've ever met. Not sure I'd be able to tell if one was a Spectre anyway.
If you saw this guy, you'd know. Carries enough firepower to wipe out a whole platoon. Luckily, he's on our side.
Sorry.
Luckily.
Like I said, no Turians.
Alright, let's go.
Move out.
Let's go get this beacon, guys. Alright, let's check out. Oh, I can go to the squad screen. Oh, I have 3 points. So I want to upgrade combat armor. Let's upgrade some melee. For me, for them, I like to auto level up, let them kind of make their own decisions. Because to me, I think that they should do their own thing. And right now, we're at the Paragon, but it's okay. So now we should all be a little bit leveled up. We're gonna check out this stuff.
Far end of this trench.
Ooh, you can reduce it to Omnigel. The beacon is at the far end of the trench. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, they're just teaching me how to take cover automatically. Ah, there they are. Not too far, Chef. What are we shooting at now? I don't see him. There he is. I am way too close. But that's okay. We're doing okay.
I'm a little busy here.
I don't even see them. Like, I see them shooting, but I don't know what they're shooting at. Must be a geth around that corner. Let's open up these crates. Is this what we want?
That man was still alive when they stuck him on the spike.
Yeah,
Killing us, isn't it? This is the dig
here
site.
I am.
The beacon was right here. It must have been moved.
By who? Our side or the Geth?
Hard to say. Maybe we'll know more after we check out the research camp.
You think anyone got out of here alive?
If they were lucky. Maybe hiding up in the camp.
I hope
it's
they're
just
in
on
the
the top
camp.
of this ridge, up the ramps. Impaling victims instead of just shooting them. There must
Lots
be
and
some
lots
reason
of
behind it.
impaling.
Classic psychological warfare. They're using terror as a weapon.
That they are. It looks terrifying to me. The spikes of people. Ugh, it's not how I want to go. As the human kebab.
Looks like they hit the camp hard.
It's a good place for an ambush. Keep your guard up.
Poor peoples. They're like robot-y people now.
Oh god, they're still alive.
What did the Geth do to them?
Shoot you, I just don't know what else to do with you. Oh, everything looks destroyed. That's no good. The Geth have the beacon.
Closed. Security locks engaged.
Let's begin the manual override. I don't understand. Oh, okay, I get it now. Sorry, I was... Dang it, I was confused at what I was doing.
Smells like smoke and death.
Can I not get in there now because I made a mistake? That's annoying. It made it seem like I needed more Omni Gel to get in. I'm not really sure. Let's try this again. Insufficient Omni Gel. How do I get more of that?
Eden Prime will never be the same again.
Or do I just have to skip this? Because I've ruined it. That's a bummer. But I think I now know how to do the description task. Which I wasn't sure how to do before. Ah, I dismantled the gear to get more Omni Gel.
This isn't your mission,
Hey,
Saren. What are you doing here?
welcome to the stream.
The council thought you could
Hope
use
you're
some
having a
help
good
on
Friday.
this one.
I wasn't expecting to find the Geth here. The situation's bad.
Don't worry. I've got it under control.
I want to try something. I don't think that's exactly what I wanted to do. Oh well. We'll get there. Oh, I have an equipped item, but I can select other items. I'm understanding now. I'm getting it. So I can hit equip, and then ha! Let's see if that worked. Just woke up. That's fun. It is noon here. I want to try the manual override again, now that I understand it.
Humans. Thank the Maker.
Because I could tell there was a person in there.
Close the door before they come back.
Don't worry, we'll protect you.
Thank you. I think we'll be okay now. It looks like everyone's gone.
You're Dr. Warren, the one in charge of the excavation. Do you know what happened to the beacon?
It was moved to the spaceport this morning. Manuel and I stayed behind to help pack up the camp.
At least now we know where it was moved to.
When the attack came, the Marines held them off long enough for us to hide. They gave their lives to save us.
No one is saved. The age of humanity is ended. Soon, only ruin and corpses will remain.
Let's learn
What
more
else
about
can
the
you tell me
attack.
about the attack?
It all happened so fast. One second we were gathering up our equipment. The next we were hiding in the shed while the Geth swarmed over the camp.
Agents of the destroyers, bringers of darkness, heralds of our extinction.
We could hear the battle outside. Gunfire, screams. I thought it would never end. Then everything went quiet. We just sat there, too afraid to move, until you came along.
The description sequence of this game on PC is kind of a bitch. Yeah. I just wasn't sure what I was doing the first time. It's been a very long time since I played Mass Effect. But I think it'll be okay now. But button matching would be better.
Did you notice a Turian in the area?
I saw him, the Prophet, leader of the enemy. He was here before the attack.
That's impossible. Nihilus was with us in the Normandy before the attack. He couldn't have been here.
I'm sorry. Manuel's still a bit unsettled. We haven't seen your Turian. We've been hiding in here since the attack.
What's wrong with your assistant?
Manuel has a brilliant mind, but he's always been a bit unstable. Genius and madness are two sides of the same coin.
Is it madness to see the future? To see the destruction rushing towards us? To understand there is no escape? No hope? No. I am not mad.
He's
I'm
a little
the
high-strung.
only sane one left.
A little stressed.
I gave him an extra
I
dose
think
of
he'll
his
be
meds
okay.
after the attack.
I'm
Williams,
not gonna
take us to the spaceport.
say I can
You
shut him
can't
up.
stop it. Nobody can stop it.
Because that
Night
feels
is
like I might
falling.
hit him.
The darkness of eternity.
Hush, Manuel. Go lie down.
I don't
You'll
really
feel
want to
better
hit
once
him.
the medication kicks in.
Oh man, but I got +2 Paragon. See, I can't play Renegade. I should have said I could shut him up.
Yes? Is there something you need?
We better get moving.
Good luck,
But I
Commander.
didn't, and now I've got Paragon positives. Nope, that's not what I want either.
You're wasting your time. The age of humanity is over. Our extinction is inevitable.
I have
Manuel,
questions.
I need to ask you something.
It's probably best if you just leave him alone.
Okay.
I don't have time for this.
Then I will just leave him alone.
Our time is over.
He is wild. A little insane. Alright. Now I can head up this way. Find the beacon.
What is that? Off in the distance.
It's a ship. Look at the size of it.
It looks like a bug. Where am I getting shot at from? Is always the question. What is that? Where are they? Oh, there's these guys. I don't see anyone else we need to shoot at right now. So that's good. Holster. Let's try this again.
Everybody stay
My
calm
bed's
out
gonna get
there.
harder as I go though.
We're
That
coming
override.
out. We're not armed.
Is it safe? Are they gone?
We took care of them.
Yes,
Those
we
things
did.
were crawling all around the shed. They would have found us for sure. We owe you our lives.
I still can't believe it. When we saw that ship, I thought it was all over.
It showed up right before the attack. Knew it was trouble the second I saw it, so we made a break for the sheds.
Details?
Tell me everything you remember
All the
about the
details,
attack.
please.
The three of us were working the crops when that ship showed up. We just saw it and ran. I don't know what happened to the rest of the crew.
They were by the garage, over near the spaceport, right where that ship came down. No way they survived.
You don't know that. We survived. If they made it to the garage, they could have had a fighting chance.
Maybe they did.
Do you know anything about the Protean beacon
Let's
they dug
find
up?
out about the beacon.
We're just farmers. We heard they found something out there, but it never really mattered to us. Not until now.
What else can you tell me about the ship you saw?
I would like to
I
know
was
more.
too busy running to get a clear look at it. I think it landed over near the spaceport.
Tell them about the noise, Cole. That awful noise.
It was emitting some kind of signal as it descended. It sounded like the shriek of the damned. Only it was coming from inside your own head.
It was probably trying to block communications.
Whatever it was, felt like it was tearing right through my skull. Almost made it impossible to think.
That's how they get ya.
Hey, Cole, we're just a bunch of farmers. These guys are soldiers. Maybe we should give them the stuff.
Jeez, Blake, you gotta learn when to shut up.
If there's something you're not telling me...
Some guys at the spaceport were running a small smuggling ring, nothing major. In exchange for a cut of the profits, we let them store packages in our sheds.
What kind of packages?
What kind of?
I found a pistol. Figured it would come in handy if those things came back. But you'll probably get more use out of it than we will.
We're risking our lives to save this colony. You sure there's nothing else in here that could help us out?
He's too polite.
Yeah,
I need to
there's
start
one more
being
thing.
meaner.
I was gonna sell it after this was over, but you probably deserve it.
I gotta learn how to be meaner if I want to play Renegade. I need to smack him
Who's
around a
your
little
contact
bit.
at the spaceport, Cole? What's his name?
He's not a bad guy. I don't want to get him in trouble. Besides, I'm not a snitch.
Okay, forget about it. I've got more important things to worry about.
Good luck.
Let's just see what else is in here. So, let's go wander around. kind of loot we can find around here in this flaming rubble. All of this glory is flaming rubble.
Commander, it's Nihilus.
I'll get them in a second.
Something's moving over behind those crates.
Wait! Don't shoot! I'm one of you! I'm human!
What are you doing sneaking around back there?
Suspicious.
I am sorry, I was hiding from those creatures. My name's Powell. I saw what happened to that Turian. The other one shot him.
What the hell are you talking about?
There were two Turians here. Your friend and another one he called Saren. I think they knew each other.
Saren.
Your friend seemed to relax. He let his guard down. And Saren killed him. Shot him right in the back.
Frickin'
Just lucky he
Saren.
didn't see me behind the crates.
We were told a Prothean beacon was brought to the spaceport. What happened to it?
It's over on the other platform. Probably where that guy Saren was headed. He hopped on the cargo train right after he killed your friend.
What a jerk.
I knew that beacon was trouble. Everything's gone to hell since we found it. First that damn mothership showed up, then the attack. They killed everyone. Everyone. If I hadn't been behind the crates, I'd be dead too.
How come you're the only one who survived? Why didn't anyone else try to hide behind the crates?
They never had a chance. I was already behind the crates when the attack started.
Wait a minute. You were hiding behind the crates before the attack?
Sometimes I need a nap to get through my shift.
Slacker. Saved his
sneak
life.
Off behind the crates to grab 40 winks where the supervisor can't find me.
You survived because you're lazy?
Tell me about this mothership you saw.
I've never seen
At least I
anything
can
like
get
it before.
some information out of the slacker.
It was huge. Landed over near that platform. The whole place got dark as it came down. And it was making this noise, this sound that bored right into your brain. That's what woke me up. The attack came a few minutes later.
We need to find that beacon before it's too late.
Take the
right,
cargo train. That's where the other Turian went.
Cargo train.
I can't stay here. I need to get away from all this.
I'm sorry you have died so soon into our journey.
Check your targets. Could be friendlies.
Whoa. Where are they coming from? Take that, Geff. I feel blind. I like this gun. Cool. I have 6 points. So I can't do those. Cool. Cool, so everybody's leveling up. So she's getting like special stuff. How do I get special stuff? It's all good. We'll make it work. All right. Goodness, needs a cooldown. Switch. This guy is. Oh, he's advancing yet. Now we're up here. So I guess I could have shot him from up here and hidden behind all these barriers. That might have been easier. But I didn't. It's okay. Just make it work as I go. I don't really want the shotgun or the handgun. Let's go back to here. Reload. Up one or two. Take cover. Keep moving. Oh. How did she know he was there? I didn't know he was there, and I was right here. Do some heals. Heals, heals, heals. I bet this lets me take the train. Ha ha ha! Onto the cargo train thing.
Set the charges. Destroy the entire colony. Leave no evidence that we were
Saren's a
here.
jerk. Just saying. A jerk. Probably should keep him around. I know we're timed. I gotta go.
Demolition charges. The Geth must have planted them.
Hurry! We need to find them all and shut them down.
Can I shut that one down? I'm about to fail this, aren't I? I almost didn't disarm the first one. I'll let them fight and I will search and disarm. There's one over there. I'm running. I'm running. Oh, don't stand there next to it. Like, disarm it. Don't like be like, let me cuddle up against this thing. the other charge? There's one more somewhere. There's 2 minutes remaining. I have no idea where the other charge is. Like, it has to be around here somewhere, right? Is that it? Is that what I'm looking for? Okay, but where's this other charge? I have 2 minutes and no idea where this other charge is. So that's a little skeptical. Or less good. Hello, charge. Where are you? Oh, I could check my map. Ah. That was smart. I was like, which one am I? So it's somewhere around here. Unless it's... up. It might be up. No? Oh, it's the white flag. I don't see a white flag, I just see the point of interest. Am I blind? I might be blind. That's not what I wanted. I don't remember what button that is. Ah. I see. I was just being really silly and dumb. Obviously. We got there. Thank you for your help. As I, once again, I don't know what I was thinking, but I got there. We're good. Thank you so much for your help. Now we know there's a point of interest over here. And we're gonna go check that out. Let's look at this beacon. Definitely Prothean. It looks Prothean.
Normandy, the beacon is secure.
This is amazing. Actual working Prothean technology. Unbelievable.
It wasn't doing anything like that when they dug it up. Something must have activated it.
Roger, Normandy. Standing by.
she gets sucked into it. Dilemmas.
Shepard! No, don't touch it! Too dangerous!
And now it's broke. What a mission.
We identified the ship that touched down on Eden Prime. The Normandy, a human alliance vessel. It was under the command of Captain Anderson. They managed to save the colony.
And the beacon.
One of the humans may have used it.
Anger.
This human must be eliminated.
I started with mostly Mass Effect 2, so I haven't really ever played through Mass Effect 1. I did like the comic book based on
Doctor
Spouse's
Chakwas, I think he's
recommendation.
waking up.
So it's exciting to play Mass Effect 1 because I never have.
You had us worried there, Shepard. How are you feeling?
How did I end up here? How long was I out?
The important question.
About 15 hours. Something happened down there with the beacon, I think.
It's my fault. I must have triggered some kind of security field when I approached it. You had to push me out of the way.
Where's the beacon now?
That's the important
What happened
thing.
to it?
What happened to the beacon?
The beacon exploded. A system overload, maybe. The blast knocked you cold. The lieutenant and I carried you back here to the ship.
I appreciate it.
Physically, you're fine. But I detected some unusual brain activity. Abnormal beta waves. I also noticed an increase in your rapid eye movement. Signs typically associated with intense dreaming.
I saw... I'm not sure what I saw. Death? Destruction?
Nothing.
Nothing's really clear.
A premonition.
I better add this to my report. It may... Oh, Captain Anderson.
Well, at least this
How's our
Captain
XO
Anderson's
holding up,
still
Doctor?
keeping an eye on me.
Well, the readings look normal. I'd say the commander's going to be fine.
Glad to hear it. Shepard, I need to speak with you. In private.
Aye, aye, Captain. I'll be in the mess if you need me.
Aye.
Sounds like that beacon hit you pretty hard, Commander. Are you sure you're okay?
I'm pissed off
Intel
about the
dropped
guess.
the ball, sir. We had no idea what we were walking into down there. That's why things went to hell.
It's true.
The Geth haven't been outside the Veil in 2 centuries, Commander. Nobody could have predicted this.
I don't like soldiers dying under my command.
Jenkins wasn't your fault. You did a good job, Shepard.
Chief Williams isn't part of the Normandy crew.
I figured we could use a soldier like her. She's been reassigned to the Normandy.
I'll say
Williams
good
is
for
a
now.
good soldier. She deserves it.
Lieutenant Alenko agrees with you. That's why
Of course
I added her to
Alenko
our
does.
crew.
You said you needed to see me in private, Captain?
I won't lie to you, Shepard. Things look bad. Nihilus is dead. The beacon was destroyed and Geth are invading. The Council's going to want answers.
The Geth would have wiped out the whole colony if I hadn't stopped them.
Facts.
I'll stand behind you and your report, Shepard. You're a damned hero in my books. That's not why I'm here. It's Saren, that other Turian. Saren's a Spectre, one of the best. A living legend. But if he's working with the Geth,
You think
it
he's
means
gone
he's
rogue?
gone rogue. A rogue Spectre's trouble. Saren's dangerous, and he hates humans.
He didn't come to Eden Prime because he hates humans.
You're right. Saren has allied himself with the Geth. I don't know how. I don't know why.
How did he find the
It had
Geth?
something to do with that beacon.
I feel like that's the real question.
You were there just before that beacon self-destructed. Did you see anything? Any clue that might tell us what Saren was after?
Just before I lost consciousness, I had some kind of vision.
A vision? A vision of what?
I saw synthetics. Geth, maybe. Slaughtering people.
Yup.
Butchering them.
We need to report this to the Council, Shepard.
What are we gonna tell him? I had a bad dream?
Yup.
We don't know what information was stored in that beacon. Lost Prothean technology? Blueprints for some ancient weapon of mass destruction?
How did Saren
whatever
take it?
Saren took it.
I guess he took.
But I know Saren. I know his reputation is politics. He believes humans are a blight on the galaxy. This attack was an act of war. He has the secrets from the beacon.
Blame him.
He has an army of Geth at his command, and he won't stop until he's wiped humanity from the face of the galaxy.
I'll find some way to take him down.
Always.
It's not that easy. He's a Spectre. He can go anywhere, do almost anything.
Details.
That's why we need the Council on our side.
We prove Saren's gone rogue, and the Council will revoke his Spectre status.
I'll contact the Ambassador and see if he can get us an audience with the Council. He'll want to see us as soon as we reach the Citadel.
I guess
we
so.
should be getting close. Head up to the bridge and tell Joker to bring us into dock.
Ooh, I can probably go talk to my crew now, so that's exciting, because that's really some of the most fun in this game. Is exploring and chatting. Replenish. So everybody's here.
After what
I guess I
happened
can
to
talk to
Jenkins, the crew
Ashley.
could use some good news. They'll be glad to hear you're okay.
Sounds like you're disappointed I survived.
Haha.
I never want to see anything bad happen to a fellow Marine commander. Let's just leave it at that.
You have a problem with me, Chief?
You questioned my competence through the entire mission.
Best way to stop that is to show me you're competent. But I don't remember inviting you to come back to the ship with us.
Oh, damn.
You didn't. Captain Anderson did.
I need to go speak with Joker.
Goodbye, Commander.
I don't think she likes me. So, I'm gonna go explore the rest of the ship real quick before I go to the hall, because that's what I like to do. I don't want the elevator.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up
There's
serving
no
on an Alliance
questions.
ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth, or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
That's honorable.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration.
What about it?
Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Who's this? Oh, this is Captain.
Go speak to Joker when you're ready. Tell him
will.
to bring the Normandy into dock.
Just trying to see everything. Trying to make sure I know where everything is. Do the refamiliarizing me with the ship thing.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Only commanding officer may specify a destination for the Normandy. I guess that's not allowed because Captain Anderson's on board. Oh, it all looks so familiar now. Makes me happy.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See
More
that
water.
taxpayer money at work.
The ship just looks so pretty. I'm excited for it.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
It's true.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers in any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy.
We're at the Citadel.
Clearance granted. You may begin
My name
your
is
approach.
Commander Shepard.
Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower, Normandy out.
Peace out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
So pretty. It just looks so pretty. Citadel is just so pretty.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
It's true.
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
They sound like the worst. They are the worst.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
I'm not gonna sit on my ass just because the Council doesn't want to do anything. If they won't stop Saren, I will.
I will.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not his.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
Good.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Ha. Alright, so I have an Inventor one. And those are 2 Inventor ones, which means... Alright. Ah. I'm figuring it out. I'm gonna figure out how to upgrade everything. I don't know. I don't like it. If that was the problem with it the first time. Because I... didn't really play with it before. So like for me, I can't really say. If that makes sense. I am trying to like kind of figure it out. But since I didn't actually play through Mass Effect 1, I just did the comic book, I can't really say if it's any better. But I did figure out how to do this. Captain Henderson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argos Rho cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for that sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? Maybe we do. Alright. I am like kind of remembering all these places now that I'm here. Like, it's just nice to look around. And like see the spaces and remember.
But these allegations are very serious. I can't just... This is serious. My reputation is at stake. Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kalen. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
That makes sense.
Why do you bother, Kalen? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
I do too.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
Tell me more about your species.
Please do.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own
Where are the Death
colonies
Pandas
to the
people? I mean, I
confines
haven't
of
murdered
space
anyone,
travel.
really.
Our
Except for
society
Jenkins,
is
but
built
that's
on
in the
small,
story.
tight-knit groups. Though we are always welcoming to outsiders, our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
What do you do here?
Exactly.
Modestly,
Gotta build up my
I work
connections.
to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
They don't care about our races
Chastising
either.
rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived
They did not care about our
suspicions.
colonies, so...
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
So bitter.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Dan. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
I'm sorry about that. But
I'd
I don't
like to know
control
more about
that,
the Volus.
so you shouldn't be angry
I'm sure
at me.
our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Tell it to me anyway.
Tell me about Volus
That's
culture.
right, I like that Shepherd
We
crossed
are
his arms
tribal
like...
by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
History.
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
I would.
My people came to the Citadel
Teach me your
shortly
ways.
after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
I'm sorry.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
This sounds so...
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
Alright, I'll go.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
I'm gonna kill him
Yes,
with...
yes. Good day, EarthClan.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you?
Alarmed response.
This is all going so wrong. And it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
What did this Asari do to get you so upset?
I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority
What a
as a
jerk.
diplomat.
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Good day, Elcor. What is this? I don't remember seeing many of those species. God. What? Can't go that way.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies.
Citadel.
If you have more questions, please access Avena.
What's that?
Oh, Avena is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
Are you busy?
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Greetings
Let's
and
talk to
welcome
her.
the Presidium.
Jog my
name is
memory on
Avena,
all
and I am
things
pleased to be
about
your
the Citadel.
virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
What does that mean?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Sounds interesting.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Yes, I do.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Palin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Palin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
Embassies.
Tell me about the embassies.
Learn it all.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes
No
a
one likes
century
someone
or
who
more
doesn't look
before
like
a
them.
new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
Ooh, can I ask the robot what it thinks?
Do you agree with their decision?
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My
I
code
figured,
is limited
but
to
it's fun to
information
ask
and
the
simple
robot.
interaction simulations.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
The Spectres have all of the power. And
What can
the
you tell me
council.
about the Citadel
Last thing we have
Council?
to ask about, and then
Originally,
we'll move on.
the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Solarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avena. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
I don't want to go there yet. I want to go explore all around. Isn't that what we do? Come explore these offices. Talk to this diplomat.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Good to meet you as well. Delighted. I'm gonna start doing all things with "this is how I feel."
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie.
I mean,
Is
that's
that the
true.
right expression? Never mind. Forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
It's very true.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man,
Everyone
Commander.
hates us so
Are we done
much.
here?
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the Council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the Council.
Ooh.
What do you have against
now
the
we're getting
Spectres?
into some snark.
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law. Especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Yes, please.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing
I bet if I was a
investigations.
Spectre, you would.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
I can't get in. Look at his office. Nice balcony. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you've been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, fewer tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking ETA cluster, or ETA cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to Archive. Sounds like someone's trying to start a fight.
Big place.
He obviously doesn't like us. I guess no one kind of likes us. This place is poppin'.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
I mean, this room feels poppin'.
Don't believe the rumors. What do you want?
Private Fredericks.
Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Or
Right,
is it?
Sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Yes.
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Frederick?
He's so freaking awkward.
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just
Such
to
a-
go in and talk to her.
Such an
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
Oh, but he's gonna get in trouble if you know what I mean.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Okay, be very busy. You know who will talk to me? Is bartender.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
Why not?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
Yes, I would.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I try Flux or Cora's Den.
Entertainment?
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Two of my favorite things. Livelier and deadlier.
What is Shaira's?
The consort, she entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
I should go.
Goodbye.
I did want a drink,
So
though.
long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
Didn't even get a drink. I just got information. What kind of fun bar is that? We went in here, right? I guess we should go to the Citadel Tower, and then I bet we can. Do more things. Like, continue the story a bit, and then keep exploring the Citadel, because you know we're gonna have to. For the game. So, I don't need to explore it all right this second. We're definitely going towards that giant tower. Can't miss it. Trying to see if there's anyone else that wants to talk to me while I'm running around. Because that would be cool. Oh, I don't want to go to the wards yet. Where am I going then? Ah, it's a Citadel.
Sure is peaceful here.
Tower's this way. Oh, I can talk to him. Let's do it.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
But...
Please do not disturb the keepers.
Fine. I won't disturb the keepers. Even if I want to. Apparently I'm not allowed.
The council isn't going to ask me any questions, are they?
I doubt it. We've made our reports. Now we just have to trust Ambassador Udina.
No, we don't, sir.
Maybe I'd like Ashley a little bit there. Her snark.
Saren's hiding something. Give me more time. Stall it.
It's Garrus!
Stall the council. Don't be ridiculous.
We like Garrus.
Your investigation is over, Garrus.
Commander Shepard, Garrus Vicarian. I was the officer in charge of the CSEC investigation into Saren.
Come across anything I should know about?
Saren's a
Let's
specter.
go!
Most of his activities are classified. I couldn't find anything solid. But I know he's up to something. Like you humans say, I feel it in my gut.
I think the council's ready for us, Commander.
Good luck, Shepard. Maybe they'll listen to you.
Maybe they will.
You don't want to keep the council waiting.
Maybe I do. I don't really like them. They seem like jerks. Just saying. Doesn't seem like they like anyone except themselves. They seem incredibly entitled. Now I'm gonna explore this whole floor before we go up.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Commander.
Because I'm not walking in there missing out on information.
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
Let's run around. Nah, there's no one there. I'm gonna go up now. Captain
The
Anderson.
hearing's already started. Come on.
Let's speak with Captain Anderson.
The Geth attack is a matter of some concern, but there is nothing to indicate Saren was involved in any way.
The
Except for
investigation by
eyewitness,
Citadel Security turned up no evidence to support your charge
testimony.
of treason.
An eyewitness saw him kill Nihilus in cold blood.
We've read the Eden Prime reports, Ambassador. The testimony of one traumatized dock worker is hardly compelling proof.
I resent these accusations. Nihilus was a fellow Spectre and a friend.
That just let you catch him off guard.
Captain Anderson, you always seem to be involved when humanity makes false charges against me. And this must be your protege, Commander Shepard. The one who let the beacon get destroyed.
You're the one who destroyed the beacon. Then you tried to cover it up.
Shift the blame to cover your own failures. Just like Captain Anderson.
Saren.
You well. But what can you expect from a human?
Saren despises humanity. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Your species needs to learn its place, Shepard. You're not ready to join the Council. You're not even ready to join the Spectres.
He has no right to say that. That's not his decision.
Shepard's admission into the Spectres is not the purpose of this meeting.
This meeting has no purpose. The humans are wasting your time, Counselor, and mine.
You can't hide behind the Council forever.
There is still one outstanding issue. Commander Shepard's vision. It may have been triggered by the beacon.
Are we allowing dreams into evidence now? How can I defend my innocence against this kind of testimony?
I agree. Our judgment must be based on facts and evidence, not wild imaginings and reckless speculation.
Do you have anything else to add, Commander Shepard?
You've made your decision. I won't waste my breath.
The Council has found no evidence of any connection between Saren and the Geth. Ambassador, your petition to have him disbarred from the Spectres is denied.
I'm glad to see justice was served.
Except it wasn't, you liar.
This meeting is adjourned.
The Council is blind. So blind. We're just gonna have to go prove them wrong.
It was a mistake bringing you into that hearing, Captain. You and Saren have too much history. It made the Council question our motives.
I know Saren. He's working with the Geth for one reason. To exterminate the entire human race. Every colony we have is at risk. Every world we control is in danger. Even Earth isn't safe.
Tell me about this history between you and Saren.
I worked with him on a mission a long time ago. Things went bad. Real bad. We shouldn't talk about this here. But I know what he's like. And he has to be stopped.
We need to deal with Saren ourselves.
As a Spectre, he's virtually untouchable. We need to find some way to expose him.
What about Garrus, that CSEC investigator? We saw him arguing with the
Yeah, we
executive.
did.
That's right. He was asking for more time to finish his report. Seems like he was close to finding something on Saren.
Any idea where we could find him?
I have a contact in CSEC who can help us track Garrus down. His name is Harkin.
Forget it. They suspended Harkin last month, drinking on the job.
Fucking Harkin.
I won't waste my time with that loser.
You won't have to. I don't want the Council using your past history with Saren as an excuse to ignore anything we turn up. Shepard will handle this.
I'll take care of it.
I need to take care of some business. Captain, meet me in my office later.
Harkin's probably getting drunk at Cora's Den. It's a dingy little club in the lower section of the wards.
Maybe there's another way to find evidence against Saren.
You should talk to Barla Vaughn over in the financial district. Rumor has it he's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Ooh,
The Shadow
the
Broker?
Shadow Broker.
An information dealer. Buys and sells secrets to the highest bidder. I've heard Barla Vaughn's one of the top representatives. He might know something about Saren, but his information won't come cheap.
You and Saren have a history. What happened?
About 20 years ago, I was part of a mission in the Skillian Verge. I was working with Saren to find and remove a known terrorist threat. Saren eliminated his target, but a lot of people died along the way, innocent people. And the official records just covered it all up. But I saw how he operates. No conscience, no hesitation. He'd kill 1,000 innocent civilians to end a war without a second thought.
I should go.
I think I'm
Good
good.
luck,
We'll
Shepard.
just go follow all these
I'll be
missions
over
down.
in the ambassador's office if you need anything else.
Wander around the Citadel. Gamboot redeemed Hydrate. Thanks, Gamboot. I will. That was good. Some, what do you call it? Sparkling water from the soda stream. I recommend. What is this?
So, this is where the Council passes judgment on all us little folk, huh? Ever get the feeling we're in over our heads, Commander?
All the time.
That guy's up to something.
What? Oh, no, I wasn't. Never mind.
That was sketchy.
Yes, is there something you want?
Why are you so interested in the Keepers?
Keepers? I've got no interest in the keep...
Don't get coy. I know what I saw.
I'm not so sure I should be talking to you about this.
We're just talking. Is there something wrong with that?
That eyebrow on
No.
Shepard.
I guess it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I'm using a small scanner to gather readings on the Keepers. So far I've had mixed results. I find it difficult to get near the creatures.
Why were you being so secretive about it, though?
The important
Well,
things.
technically we're not supposed to disturb the
Do
Keepers.
not disturb the
I don't
Keepers.
really think my scanning disturbs them, but the authorities might disagree. I'd like to do it more openly, but it's not really worth getting arrested over.
I could help you out. I'm not worried about the authorities.
I'd like to know who you are.
I'm Commander Shepard, with the Alliance military.
Well, I suppose I could use the help. You'll need this. It's the scanning device I developed. Activate it each time you see a Keeper. All collected data will automatically upload to my database. I'll even send a few credits your way for each unique scan.
Gamboot, how do I redeem beer? You don't. Especially not right now, because I have a circus
Trying
class
to learn
this
whatever I
evening.
can about the Keepers. We see them working everywhere, yet we know so
It would be
little about them.
horrible to go to
I'm
circus
a
after a
scientist.
beer.
I want to know what makes them tick.
Got it.
I should get going then.
Yes, I have much work myself. So long, and good luck with the scanning.
We're gonna keep walking around.
Don't be ridiculous. The Volus won't be joining the Council for years.
I'm not so sure. I like that foundry. Very soothing.
Just gonna keep scanning some keepers. Going about my missions. Trying not to look suspicious. But I'm pretty sure everyone already thinks I'm suspicious because I'm a human and they don't like me. They'll learn to like me though. You just wait and see. This elevator music.
I can't believe the council ignored all the evidence against Saren.
Saren is one of their best operatives. It's only natural they'd take his word over ours.
Oh, so now we just chase leads while this smug Turian runs around with his Geth troopers.
That's politics, Chief.
I hate politics.
Do 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 do.
Please do not disturb the keepers.
I will.
Told you before, you're not allowed in here.
This one believes it has the right to move freely through this area.
That Hanar refuses to listen to reason. Why can't it act in an orderly and lawful manner?
Maybe.
Are there laws being broken here?
I am not unreasonable. The Hanar is free to spew its nonsense once it purchases an evangelical permit.
Oh my god.
So if the Hanar gets a permit, it's allowed to preach?
No. Registered evangelicals must follow regulations.
Huh.
There are specific areas where preaching is legal. Failure to follow the regulations results in the forfeiture of the license.
What's the purpose behind the evangelical permits?
Exactly.
Forcing
They
religious
seem ridiculous.
evangelicals to register for a permit weeds out undesirables. It keeps the area safe.
Sounds like
The Citadel is too important to become a battleground for a religious war.
If you can't solve this problem, you don't even deserve to be in C-Sec.
I didn't ask for your help, human. I can deal with this myself.
Do you desire to learn of the Enkindlers? Or has the Honorable C-Sec officer enlisted assistance?
What's going on here?
The C-Sec officer requests that this one purchase an evangelical permit to spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
The C-Sec officer is just doing his job. You're causing trouble.
This one is too humble to suggest that the C-Sec officer is personally biased. This one only wishes to spread the truth to any who will listen. There is no intent to cause trouble.
What if I purchase the evangelical permit for you?
Finances are only a partial limitation. This one does not believe that one should pay in
Maybe
order
I
to
should
speak
let
the
them
truth.
solve this by themselves.
However, this one also does not possess the 150 credits necessary to purchase the permit.
150 credits?
This is a most appreciated action. You are not of the Hanar, but you wish to help spread the truth of the Enkindlers.
I'd just like to not cause trouble, which is probably a
This
problem.
one will
trying
not
to play
cause any
Renegade.
further trouble for the C-Sec officer.
Just saying.
This one offers its thanks.
I should do better. Swoop. No one seems to have yelled at me for scanning yet, so that's good.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have...
Let's see, where are we? We don't want that. We want to go this way then.
Do you really think we'll find him down here?
always stops in for a few games of Quasar before he makes his drop.
Fist is gonna be pissed if we take down his supplier.
That's the point. We want him angry. Angry people make mistakes.
There's just something about Fist that makes me nervous.
Good. He's a dangerous man. Keep your eyes peeled for our mark.
Just keep scanning the things. Where does this one go? Yeah, let's go there. We haven't been there yet.
A Solarian excavation team has run into an
check
unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site, claiming that artifacts of the Enkindlers, as the Hanar call them, should not be disturbed. The excavation team has appealed to Hanar representatives on the Citadel to reach a diplomatic solution.
All right. What's in here? Red light. Empty alcove.
That's him.
Who am I shooting at? What? I didn't even realize that I was walking into a fight.
Those were Saren's men.
Oh yeah, look at us. Now we're in the club. Dark Dance No Stories.
Back off, Rex. Fist told us to take you down if you showed up.
It's Rex.
What are you waiting for? I'm standing right here. This is Fist's only chance. If he's smart, he'll take it. He's not coming out, Rex. End of story. This story is just beginning. Out of my way, humans. I have no quarrel with you.
What was that all about?
Who knows? Let's just try not to get caught in the middle.
I will go find out, don't you worry. But first we're gonna talk here.
Alliance military.
To Harkin.
I could have been a Marine, you know. Instead, I joined
I know, it was
Citadel
Rex.
Security. Biggest mistake of my life.
I'm looking for a C-Sec officer, a Turian named Garrus.
Garrus? You must be one of Captain Anderson's crew. Poor bastard still trying to bring Saren down. I know where Garrus is, but you gotta tell me something first. Did the captain let you in on his big secret?
Just tell me where Garrus is before this gets ugly.
Yes, please.
But it's all related, don't you see?
I'm gonna punch him, aren't I?
Be a Spectre. Didn't know that, did you? It was all very hush-hush. The first human ever given that honor, and then he blew it. Screwed up his mission so bad they kicked him out. Of course, he blames Saren. Says the Turians set him up.
Wouldn't be surprised if the Turian did set him up.
You said they covered all this up. How'd you hear about it?
I spent 20 years working cases here on the Citadel. People on this station love to talk. Secrets are like herpes. If you got them, you might as well spread them around.
One more chance. Tell me where Garrus is. Now.
Yeah.
Okay, settle down. He went to speak to Dr. Michelle, over in the med clinic on the other side of the wards.
What do you know about Garrus?
Yeah.
Damn hothead is what he is. Still figures he can save the world. Always bucking heads with the Executor. You'll pay for it soon enough. The Executor loves to put us lowly field agents in our place. Just look what happened to me.
You need to look in a mirror. Sober up and take some responsibility for yourself.
That's right.
Save your sermons. This ain't no church.
What's it like working for CSEC?
You mean, what was it like? The Executor suspended me without pay. Recurring violations. CSEC was keeping a file on
Sounds
me.
like they needed to keep a file on him.
Every mistake I ever made went into the books. Get a little rough with a suspect, note in the file. Have a couple of drinks on duty, note in the file. Skim a couple of credits off a drug bust, note in the file. It's a goddamn witch hunt.
You got off easy, if you ask me.
What the hell do you know? Working for CSEC isn't like being a Marine. People get pissed off if we shoot somebody. Investigations, inquiries, rules, regulations. Every day I plow through enough red tape to choke a rhino. That's how you gotta be to do this job. So don't talk to me about right and wrong. You soldiers got it easy.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
Yeah, good. Go. Let me drink in peace.
Not now. Go away. I'm not interested in talking.
Sorry, I'll get to you when I can.
Oh yeah. Dance of the Sorries. Gotta talk to this patron.
I got business here, but not with you.
Ugh, I wish you did. I think we've talked to everyone we can talk to here.
Captain Anderson tell us he used to be a Spectre.
Maybe it's not true. Harkin's an ass. Bet he's just messing with our heads.
Harkin is in fact an ass. I'll give him that. Markets?
Hello there. Welcome to Moorland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Don't have enough money for like any of these. Like I can't afford any of this stuff right now. Cool. Anyone else we can chat with in here? Doesn't look that way. That seems a little bit less exciting than I'd like it to be. Nope. Now we go back up. Go back up again. Go the opposite way we came. I believe.
I'm Emily Wong. I'm an investigative journalist working here on the Citadel. Could I have a moment of your time?
What do you need?
I've been hunting for evidence of corruption and organized crime on the Citadel, but there are places I can't go. I was hoping you might share anything you find during your own investigation. I can make it worth your time.
Just punch her now.
You've got to have access
I don't
to
think I have
better
the option
sources.
to punch her
Why
now.
contact me?
I'm using every source I can find, but I think I've got a better shot with you. According
does
to your
have a really
file,
cool
you
dress.
survived back on Akuz when everyone else in your squad got killed. If anyone can find the worst elements of the Citadel and live to tell about it, it's you.
How do you know I'm investigating anything here on the Citadel?
I'm a good journalist, Commander Shepard. Word gets around.
How do you know that my investigation is going to uncover anything you need?
Question.
You wouldn't be investigating if it weren't big. And if it's big, it's something I'd like to hear about.
No promises. But if I find anything relating to your case, I'll inform you.
Thank you, Commander. You won't regret it.
I probably will. Wait, where does this one go? Is there a sign? No. Where does this door go? Oh, we're over here by the rapid travel point, which I don't care about.
I don't think you bought this here. I don't sell this mod.
Look, I know it was you. I remember your face.
Really?
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades. Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back
Always
from the
need
colony.
supplies.
Will you be needing supplies?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Can I afford any of it, though? Nope. Kinda. Who are you?
Is that... You're Commander
Turner.
Shepard, the hero of Eden Prime. I am so honored to meet you.
Flattered.
Do I know you?
No, I'm just a fan. One of your biggest fans, actually. My name is Conrad. Conrad Werner. They say you killed more than 100 Geth on Eden Prime.
They say a lot of things. I was too busy killing them to count.
Hey, I know you're probably busy, but, do you have time for a quick autograph?
I don't have time for this, Conrad. I'm not here to be a role model.
Oh, I see how it is. Commander Shepard doesn't have time for the
Can
little
I punch
people.
him?
Far be it for me to get in your way. You go be a hero.
Ugh, that was rough. Oh wait, this is where I was before. I just came down these stairs. I want to go back up. Oh, so I walked in like a big circly thing. I see, I see. Look at that scenic overview. Gorgeous. Beautiful.
Big place.
It's all Kaden ever
Is that
says.
your professional opinion, sir?
This isn't a station. It's a city.
There must be millions here. It can't be possible to track everyone coming and going.
This makes Jump Zero look like a porta-john, and it's the largest deep space station the Alliance has.
Jump Zero is big, but this is a whole nother scale. Look at the ward arms. How do they keep all that mass from flying apart?
No wonder the Council treats us like outsiders. We'd be just another drop in a bucket they already can't carry.
They must figure us for one more gang of F&Gs looking for a handout.
I doubt it's personal. It's gotta be a balancing act, like every other government.
All right, secure the chatter. We're all FNGs here, but we don't need to make it obvious.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I don't want to go there. I'm looking for the med, I think, which is somewhere. This looks like the way.
I didn't tell anyone, I swear.
That was smart, Doc. Now if Garrus comes around, you stay smart. Keep your mouth shut or Who are you? Let her go.
Yes, Garrus!
Finally, some action!
Shield's disabled.
How do I... What's the button I wonder for,
Area secured.
Perfect timing, Shepard. Gave me a clear shot at that bastard.
You took him down clean.
Yeah,
Sometimes you get lucky. Dr. Michelle, are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. Thanks to you. All of you.
Why were they threatening you? Who do they work for?
They work for Feast. They wanted to shut me up, keep me from telling Garrus about the Quarian.
Does this have anything to do with the investigation into Saren?
I think it might. Dr. Michelle, tell us what happened.
A few days ago, a Quarian came by my office. She'd been shot, but she wouldn't tell me who did it. I could tell she was scared, probably on the run. She asked me about the Shadow Broker. She wanted to trade information in exchange for a safe place to hide.
Where is she now?
I put her in contact with Fist. He's an agent for the Shadow Broker.
Not anymore. Now he works for Saren. And the Shadow Broker isn't too happy about it.
Fist betrayed the Shadow Broker?
Sketchy.
That's stupid even for him. Saren must have made him quite the offer.
That Quarian must have something Saren wants. Something worth crossing the Shadow Broker to get.
She must have something that proves he's a traitor. Did the Quarian mention anything about Saren or the Geth?
She did. The information she was going to trade. She said it had something to do with the Geth.
She must be able to link Saren to the Geth. There is no way the Council can ignore this.
Time we paid Fist a visit.
This is your show, Shepard. But I want to bring Saren down as much as you do. I'm coming with you.
You're a Turian. Why do you want to bring him down?
Just curious.
I couldn't find the proof I needed in my investigation, but I knew what was really going on. Saren is a traitor to the Council and a disgrace to my people.
Welcome aboard, Garrus.
Welcome aboard,
You know,
Garrus!
we aren't the only ones going after Fist. The Shadow Broker hired a Krogan bounty hunter named Rex to take him out.
Yeah, we saw him in the bar.
A Krogan might come in handy.
Krogans are
Last
tough.
I heard, he was at the CSEC Academy.
What's he doing there?
Fist accused him of making threats. We brought Rex in for a little talk. If you
Let's
hurry,
get,
you can catch him at the
get
academy
Rex,
before he
and
leaves.
then we might have to take a break for
Move out.
today. Who do I get to pick? I have a whole squad. I got a squad. We're gonna go get more of a squad. Things are going well. Feels nice and familiar.
It's even bigger than it looks.
Gotta scan this thing. Talk to Officer Lang.
Hey, I know you. You're Shepard, right? I
Yep.
saw the monument at a Coos. They got a whole section about you there. It's a miracle
It's
you
kind of creepy
survived.
when everyone knows
Looks
who
like
you
you
are.
have a fan.
I'm sorry, I just never thought I'd meet someone like you in person. My name's Lang, Officer Eddie Lang, Citadel Security. It's an honor to meet you, Commander. What are you doing down here in the wards? Anything I can help you with?
Do you know a CSEC officer named Harkin?
I shouldn't really say too much. He's been on the force a lot longer than me. But I've heard things, you know? Drinking on the job, taking bribes, that kind of thing. Rumors mostly, but they suspended him, so some of it must be true.
I have to go.
Right.
Bye.
You're probably real busy. Well, see you around, Commander.
See you around. Let's go down this long hallway to something. It's like a lot of long hallways.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics
got Garrus,
Corporation
guys.
of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
I really like the chevron pattern on Ashley's armor. That is all. Oh look, I walked right into Rex. How convenient. How convenient.
Witnesses saw you making threats in Fist's bar. Stay away from him.
I don't take orders from you.
This is your only warning, Rex.
You should warn Fist. I will kill him.
You want me to arrest you?
I want you to try.
Go on. Get out of here.
Do I know you, human?
My name's Shepard. I'm going after Fist. Thought you might want to come along.
Shepard. Commander Shepard.
Commander
I've
Shepard.
heard a lot about you. We're both warriors, Shepard. Out of respect, I'll give you fair warning. I'm going to kill Fist.
Kill him.
Fist knows you're coming. We'll have a better chance if we all work together.
My people have a saying. Seek the enemy of your enemy, and you will find a friend.
I think we're gonna get along just fine, Rex.
Let's go. I hate to keep Fist waiting.
Now we have Rex. Yes. Squad up. So 6 points. Alright, Garrus. Oh man, Garrus with a helmet is creepy. He looks kind of like the songbird in Bioshock Infinite. That's all. Helmet off. I just want to make sure that Yep, it all saved. So where am I going now? Journal. Take them first. Oh, we have to go to Char's den. Which... I guess we'll find eventually.
Okay, Jalid. Let me get this straight.
Hey there. Oh, you're not CSEC, are you? Did
I'm
you
not.
want something?
What were you trying to explain to the officer?
My colleague is trying to kill me, and I
It's
thought
a very
we were
unfortunate
friends.
situation.
How do you know he wants you dead?
He's changed. He won't talk to me at work anymore, and he started following me. Yesterday, he followed me all the way home, just waiting for a chance. I don't care what anyone thinks. He wants me gone. I know it.
Is there something I can do? Talk to your friend, maybe?
Would you? That's all I want. Someone to talk to him. Tell him to leave me alone. He thinks he can just push me around, but you'll show him, won't you?
Just tell me where he is and I'll go find him.
Oh, right. Well, he wanted to meet with me down in the wards near the markets. He said he just wanted to talk, but I know better. His name's Shorban. He's a Solarian. You shouldn't have any trouble. He's just a scientist.
And I will talk to him.
Shorban. That's the guy who wanted us to scam the Keepers.
The Keepers? Well, even more reason to go after him. That's against regulations.
If I find out he's lied to me...
Anything's possible with Shorban these days. Well, good luck.
If I find out he's lied to me, he sounded so unangry there. Like, he could have done better. Just saying. I'm gonna keep scanning them for him, though. Because that's the type of person that I am. Whoa, I don't know what that is. So where am I trying to go? How do I get out? I'm a little confused and unsure of where I am. But we'll figure it out. Maybe. Found the requisitions officer.
Commander Shepard, here with the Alliance military.
Yes.
First time on the Citadel, that about right?
How did you know all that?
I'm the CSEC requisitions officer. I need to make sure our buyers are authorized. So, will you be purchasing anything today, Commander Shepard?
Show me what you've got.
Excellent.
Show me what
I hope
you've
you
got.
find what you're looking for.
Probably not. Everything is hella expensive. Alright, let's keep trying to figure out where the heck I'm trying to go, because I am a little lost. That's to the Presidium. This is not to the Presidium. Just gotta figure out where I'm trying to go. I came this way. This isn't where I want to go. Sorry guys, we're just running in circles. Sometimes I get lost. This goes to lower wards. That's what I want. So I don't want to go to the docking bay. I want to go like around it. I'm really confused. That where I'm trying to go. I don't want to go to the CSEC Academy. Okay, maybe I do.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another profile in courage
I get
with
lost
serviceman
sometimes real
Nirali
easy.
Bhatia.
Sorry about that.
A devoted
I
wife
promise
and
I'm
talented
trying.
chef, Serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the
hard
Deferred
sometimes.
Education Plan. After finishing her service, Bhatia planned to open a restaurant. Instead, she gave her life protecting the colonists of Eden Prime. For more profiles in courage, or to explore opportunities in the military, please visit the Alliance military on the extranet. Keyword, courage.
Let's get out of the elevator. Down the really long hallway. Up the stairs. Markets and Chorus Den. That is what we want. There's like so many weird roundabout ways. Okay, well I made it to this guy for
Commander,
that side quest.
I wasn't expecting to see you again. Is there something you want?
Drop the act. I want to know what's going on, Shorban.
I'm not sure what you're referring to. My experiments are...
We're not buying it. Jalid told us you've been after him.
You spoke with Jalid? Then you know about the data?
Just tell me everything you know.
You boys can go.
I'm intrigued.
Looks like my plans have changed. It's not as bad as you think, Commander. Jalid and I just got a little over our heads.
Go on.
The company we work for developed an experimental procedure for use in medical scanners. Jalid and I saw even more potential, so we stole the plans and secretly developed a tool to scan the Keepers. Can you imagine? A tool that can actually get readings from the Keepers?
What's so special about that?
The Keepers are almost impossible to scan, and you can't capture them or get samples. They just self-destruct.
Ah.
After centuries here, we still don't know anything about them. Don't you see? We were the first to scan them, ever. You've seen it yourself, Commander. You know we can do it.
Why are you trying to kill your partner?
These are the important
I'm
questions.
not trying to kill him. Jalid's job was to disseminate our initial findings. But he decided to keep the data for himself. Maybe to sell it. I don't know.
I should kill both of you idiots.
We lost our heads. We just couldn't let an opportunity like this pass us by. Commander, if you'll just continue gathering data for me, imagine what we might learn.
What might we learn?
And you'll stand to make a bit of a profit yourself, remember?
If it'll help further the scientific cause, how can I refuse?
Very good. Maybe if you wouldn't mind speaking with Jalid.
Back and
The data
forth,
you're gathering
back
for me is
and forth.
useless if
Blah,
Jalid won't
blah,
help me analyze
blah.
it.
If I have time, I'll talk to him.
Thank you. And happy scanning, Commander.
He's sketchy. I still am not 100% sure where I'm going. I'm like trying to get places.
Look out!
That was fun. bar clear? Looks that way.
CSEC always turned a blind eye to what went on in here. I think Fist was paying something off.
Stop right there! Don't come any closer!
Warehouse workers. All the real guards must be dead.
Stay back, or we'll shoot.
I just killed 50 bodyguards to get in here. What do you think I'll do to you?
Exactly.
Screw Fist. He doesn't pay us enough for this.
That was fun. I just intimidated them away.
Just kill them.
Shooting people isn't always the answer.
Okay, that was pretty fun. Renegade +2. I'm doing it. I will take it. Figure out where we're going.
Hold the line!
Wait! Don't kill me, I surrender!
Start talking.
Tell me where the Quarian is, and I won't have to shoot you in the kneecaps.
She's not here. I don't know where she is. That's the truth.
He's no
Lies.
use to you now. Let me kill him.
Wait. I don't know where the Quarian is, but I know where you can find her. The Quarian isn't here. Said she'd only deal with the Shadow Broker himself.
Face to face? Impossible. Even I was hired through an agent.
Nobody meets the Shadow Broker. Ever. Even I don't know his true identity. But she didn't know that. I told her I'd set a meeting up. But when she shows up, it'll be Saren's men waiting for her.
Tell me where that meeting is before I blow your lying head off.
Here on the wards, the back alley by the markets. She's supposed to meet them right now. You can make it if you hurry.
Well,
what are you doing?
The Shadow Broker paid me to kill him. I don't leave jobs half done.
A lot of people died because of him. He had it coming. Now let's move. We have to save that Quarian.
It was nice to be there. It was nice to be on Eden Prime. Oh, I got an area map.
If you feel lucky, we should visit the casino over in Flux.
Got all that stuff. So let's see, where do I have to go now? So it is 420. So many things. Get to the alley. I don't really know where the... Oh, there's a bunch of men.
I'm on it! Get down!
Oh, I didn't mean to throw that grenade, but that happened. It's fine. Oh, there you are. got them too, which is good. Let's get going. That's not where I want to go because it won't let me through. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Yeah. There they are.
Did you
Found
bring it?
Tally.
Where's the Shadow Broker?
Tally!
Where's Fist?
I
They'll
love her.
be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
Holds her own too. Love it. Oh, I didn't realize you were behind me. Oh, that was me. I got stuck. I got stuck. Hold on. That was my problem. That was my fail. I glanced away for 1 second. It's okay. Oh, whoops. Take off for now. Alright, let's go. I can't let the Quarian get lost. Let's go, let's go! We gotta save Tally! I'm back! Real quick, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe or leave a comment below to let me know all of your thoughts, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, whatever to make it better. Also, like and subscribe if you're enjoying. Thanks! Ah, it was overheated from an enemy ability. That's good to know. Oh, shift. Open the door. There she is. Yeah.
Did
I
you
won't
bring it?
mess it up this time.
Where's the Shadow Broker? Where's Fist?
They'll be here. Where's the evidence?
No way. The deal's off.
She knows. She knows they're sketchy. You really get like your whole squad real early on in this game.
Just set
See,
me
that
up.
was better.
I knew I couldn't trust him.
You've got proof Saren is working with the Geth. Hand it over.
Not so fast. Who are you?
My name's Shepard. I'm looking for evidence to prove Saren's a traitor.
Then I have a chance to repay you for saving my life. But not here. We need to go somewhere safe.
Always
We could
somewhere
take her
safe.
to the human embassy. Your ambassador will want to see this anyway.
It's true.
You're not making my life easy, Shepard. Firefights in the wars and all-out assault on Korra's den. Do you
know what
know
happens.
how many...
Needs to happen.
Who's this? A Quarian? What are you up to, Shepard?
This Quarian can help us bring down Saren. I would have told you that if you hadn't jumped down my throat.
I kind of like playing
apologize,
a
Commander.
snarky
This
Shepard.
whole thing with Saren has me a bit on edge. Maybe we should just start at the beginning, Miss...
My name is Tali. Tali Zora Naraya.
We don't see many Quarians here. Why did you leave the flotilla?
I was on my pilgrimage. My rite of passage into adulthood.
What kind of evidence did you find? How did you get it?
During my travels, I began hearing reports of Geth. Since they drove my people into exile, the Geth have never ventured beyond the Veil. I was curious. I tracked a patrol of Geth to an uncharted world. I waited for one to become separated from its unit. Then I disabled it and removed its memory core.
I thought the Geth fried their memory cores when they died. Some kind of defense mechanism.
How did you manage to preserve the memory core?
My people created the Geth. If you're quick, careful, and lucky, small caches of data can sometimes be saved.
Useful.
Most of the core was wiped clean, but I salvaged something from its audio banks.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
That's Saren's voice. This proves he was involved in the attack.
Saren won't get out of this one.
Wait, there's more. Saren wasn't working alone.
Of course he wasn't.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
I don't recognize that other voice, the one talking about Reapers.
I feel like I've heard that name before.
According to the memory core, the Reapers were a hyper-advanced machine race that existed 50,000 years ago. The Reapers hunted the Protheans to total extinction, and then they vanished. At least, that's what the Geth believe.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
The vision on Eden Prime. I understand it now. I saw the Protheans being wiped out by the Reapers.
The Geth revere the Reapers as gods, the pinnacle of non-organic life. And they believe Saren knows how to bring the Reapers back.
The Council is just going to love this.
They won't believe you anyway. Just keep them out of this.
We have to tell them. Even if they don't believe anything else, this proves Saren is a traitor.
The Captain's right. We need to present this to the Council right away.
What about her? The Quarian?
My name is Tali.
Tali!
You saw me in the alley, Commander. You know what I can do. Let me come with you.
I'll take all the help I can get.
Yes, I will, especially from you.
Thanks. You won't regret this.
You are amazing.
Anderson and I will go ahead to get things ready with the Council. Take a few minutes to collect yourself, then meet us in the tower.
I will. Well, I want Tali and Garrus. But I actually need to save. Then I am going to have to stop because I have a class to get to very shortly, a circus class, and I don't want to miss it. But I will definitely be playing more of this soon. Like and subscribe.